today, Rinpoche began the third volume of the great treatise on the stages of the path to enlightenment. It's very exciting because it's considered one of the most important and one of the most difficult parts of the text. There you go. Da-da. Yeah.
Hello.
Rinpoche, tanda chiran dets chini gua. Chiran chini dets gua. Okay. Gangi sinu chiran mipa dets ni marpo. San chiran de. Shinto juangu. Chiran hako du nge ha me. Mishi jenda kabire. Ni mishe yabi omare. Yabu tome. Diso. Is there a pair of glasses right in front of me that I'm not seeing? Because my... Oh. Yabudu. Okay, so everybody, just to let everybody know where we're at, we're now in the third volume of the Lamrim Chenmo. So we finished the second volume. And so yeah, we're just beginning, right at the beginning of the third volume of the Great Treatise. Once everybody gets settled, then
Okay.
Lesser.
Tamba, Tuji Chamberton, Demanaji, Shalogo, Veshazalo, Chabado, Pajin Tamanila, Lobicus,
Kensa.
Shindu, Tapajin Tamani, Sandet Shironil, Yajaji from Dua, Pajin Tamani, Labane, Shenetan, Latin Gombitude, the Nijin Butter, Sandetan, Shiraja Pajin. Che Rubishir, Dubishir, Rosa, De La True, Sheneda, Latung Gombi Pen, Sheneda, Shenet Gompen, Latung Gombi Pen, De La Dene, Dingenzi, Duje Demba Niji, Sheneda, Latung Gombi, Taniga Gombi, Jusen, Korin, Nebi Tu, Susu, Laja. Susu Lotu Los, what the Sajid Druding do, Sajid Drug.
That's so.
Sajid Drug and on the Tombade, Tombad teaching Tiba Chujugi, Yudenji, Jiden Bana, Jiden Deba Tanji, Shena the Latung and Devo. Jiden Tanji and Shena the Latung and Devo, doing the Papa Gomban Deva, Naban Deva, Deva Les, Shamba, Shanya Tujisan, Tujam, Shaju Samba Najian, Tijin Sheba, Nanjigi, Chu, Jideba, Jiden Deba, Tanji, Shena the Latung and Deva, River Shawu, Shezons.
Okay, then they did decent, the mambo.
Yeah.
Hey, Rinpoche, the Jipu Chembi Lamgi Rimba Le, the NGK Yomore, Kensa. The Jipu Chemb, the Ngay Tandazu, Jipu Chembi Lan Le Labudu, Shanchu Sembi Shupa La Lope, Shanchu Semba Leka, Shupa Gare.
Shanchu Sembi Shupa, Shenju. shunju
Practice. Okay.
shobala
Dene samten gingo la nge de zutu. Shine la de samten gingo shine la chitar lapi tsu degare de samten gingo shine.
tinga sandeji ngo de shene de lo mandeshe jigin so
Explanation of. Okay, so just in the if we look at the great treatise on the stage of the path to enlightenment, and there's a heading between each of these sections, between the books, basically. And I can't find, it's probably in here somewhere, and I'm just missing it. But the heading isn't translated, I don't think, that I can find. So basically it says that these are, very loosely I'm translating it, these are, there will be an explanation of those stages of the path for beings of great capacity and Shanchu Sembi, the practices of the Bodhisattva, the nature of calm abiding concentration, and so forth will be explained. Something to this effect. And then it starts, the most venerable teachers have great compassion. I bow with respect at their feet. In particular, how to train in the last two perfections. Training in the last two perfections, in particular, is the way to cultivate meditative serenity and insight, because serenity and insight are included under the perfections of meditative stabilization and wisdom, respectively. This section has 6 parts. The benefits of cultivating the benefits of cultivating serenity and insight, showing that these two include all states of meditative concentration, the nature of serenity and insight, why it is necessary to cultivate both, how to be certain about their order, and how to train in each. So then we begin with the benefits of cultivating serenity and insight, then supported by a quote. All of the mundane and supermundane good qualities of the Mahayana and Hinayana are the result of serenity and insight. The sutra unraveling the intended meaning says, so this is from the Kangjur, Maitreya, you should know that all mundane and supermundane virtuous qualities, whether of Shravakas, Bodhisattvas, or Tathagatas, are the result of meditative serenity and insight. Okay, then in Digsong. Let's go. So when we divide the teachings, there's just one introductory part I just missed. When we divide the teachings, we can divide them into 3 categories. The categories for the teachings shared in common with beings of small capacity, teachings shared in common with beings of medium capacity, and teachings for beings of great capacity. This whole section from here will fall into the category of the teachings for beings of great capacity. And as the translators know, we were previously in the 2nd volume in the 6 perfections, so we were speaking about the Mahayana, but Rinpoche just wanted to point out that this text is all the stages for beings of great capacity, and that's what the heading here says. Digsong Rinpoche.
Ta jola menshi ge den sijeng ge ju ge wa ta tong lang yan she ge wa de ge wa ne ganza na je phaba na je ge wa tsama lo shene da la dong de bi yin la dong de bu riba shaos
Ale de long dene de solan julang jikden.
Solan jola menshi ge go ngolo jine bi go ro.
Okay.
Jine bi go yin de su ju go yin be.
Again. Okay, less so.
Then she go de jine de bi go yin de pabi go yin be.
Less so.
What does one is that?
Less so. So when we look at this quote, Maitreya, you should know that all mundane and supermundane virtuous qualities. So what differentiates this? So when we look at the first word, mundane, this is referring, sometimes we can translate this word as worldly, and it refers to all beings who are from the path of preparation or below, or not even on a path. So all ordinary beings who have not yet reached the path of seeing. So all of these beings are gathering mundane virtuous qualities. So the mundane. Super mundane virtuous qualities are those qualities achieved by the superior being, those beings who have seen emptiness directly at the path of seeing or above. So those beings are out of worldly or not worldly, literally. So we have worldly and not worldly, worldly being ordinary beings who have not yet seen emptiness, who have not yet reached the path of seeing, and out of worldly, super mundane, are those beings who have achieved at least the path of seeing. And here we're respectively speaking of the virtues that these types of beings create. They become super mundane virtues when there's an Arya involved, a superior being involved, and mundane virtues when an ordinary being like myself who has not seen emptiness is involved. Disa. The Dasidang. Oh, ale. Okay. Less so.
Lul tembu tencha juro tencha da jubi chani yudro ode juba da nebi chani de ndebin sunwo da shene da la ton matu ba ina shene jetin ba da la ton jetin ba yudro de ndebres shesun bishros
Less so. Nene?
Shene da latung ne gonjung tubi juji yue mayi na tata zuwa da leo duwa.
Less so. Okay.
Jiden bi yue gawla shene da latung udiyo ba yina. Shene da latung ne gonjung tubi juji yue mayi na maribas. Ani senchen sama ga yue de shene da latung kanda su diyo des. Senchen sama gonjung tuyo marwas. Mayi na da tanji tenyi jin zhebo chetar tenya na shene da latung ne cheba njola shene da latung ne ulma shegi yins cheba dara gonjung tubi juji yunten yinbe teba chechungi yunten tanji tenyi jin zhebo mayi yans Kimi la ziji do ziji ba yanchi ji tenga zil ta kanda shene jetun ba tanga ladung jetun bin rebares jetun ba shene da ladung matu na ya shene jetun ba tanga ladung jetun ba yue de garo da shene nebi cha ji tanga jubi cha o tenyi gin rebares ziji ba yanchi ji tenga zin na ne neji shusu do las shidawa jinyeba jinyebi dun susuru jebi shira gawa tangji ladung ki shusu do lasa shidawa jinyebi dun susu jebi shidawa dubi shira dang jinyeba dubi shira kunzu dubi shira dang dubi shira tangji ladung shena da ladung shusu do wares te shusu do ba yin shusu do na te yengu ma res te la gon ne te ba son ji den da ji shila gi de son be ga me dos shena da ladung de ba son o da ji ko ko de ga yo ma res te la gon ne te ba chen ba la te bi Teba guen dole jang, rijibu nadan de jang, tedara shangju senpa naji. Teba chenpo la, teba chenpo le, zhungwa kaan jen rong, te tangje ne, namba mayinbi senji duen dang, namba mayinbi senji duen dang, chu yang daba samba le shungi, sambal riba was naba yinwa me batang ne ada ba sambal shwa sanjung shero yiro sambal shwa riba shawo shezun de mayin bi sene sheneji shu senzeji ba sen mayin ba dan iba ji ni uro da sen mayin ba do de shene shudu res. Dan chuyang daba senpa ne ladung shu. Da jeba shebe sanglu kangalo ladung shu res. Susu tubi shirabos. Tena Tiba Niji, Tejen Tibe Niji Yuan Den Tangji, Susu tubi shiraji jene zhongwa dang. Miba la zijiba Niji, zhuguba Niji es. Yuan Den galo sen zijidu nebe gwa dang, jeba shiba gwa Niji ndu res. Zhuguba Niji, Yogung dang Jegung Shure ye druba menos. Jegung jambi drune wa yo mare. Jegung jambi drune ndigma niga gores. Ye druba shure ye druba meno. Jegung jegung niga gores. Tejen teme yeten kala. Ya gondele chu yilatung tang shene kumba shena ne. Nenga lenji chingwada, tsemi chingwada, nandun joro, shezons. Shene kumba shene kuna, ti dreba karung yunguresana, dreba nda yungures. Nenga lenji chingwa, dreba dawa chunugres. Tsemi chingwa ta denzi nama dandar jan diwa jiro. Tsemi chingwa le, nandun joro, shezons, kale juna.
George. Okay. Rasa. Okay, so just Rinpoche reread the quote. Okay, so the sutra unraveling the intended meaning. Maitreya, you should know that all mundane and supramundane virtuous qualities, whether of Shravakas, Bodhisattvas, or Tathagatas, are the result of meditative serenity and insight. So here, then a debate starts. Lama Tsongkhapa creates to dispel things that might come up from opponents or might come up from... the word opponent's a difficult word to use because it's not correct the way we would interpret it. An opposing view, if you will, or an opposing view comes into your mind, then this is how you would negate that. So, Quam. Are not serenity and insight good qualities in the mind stream of someone who has reached them through meditation? How is it possible for all good qualities to result from those two? And then the reply is, as will be explained, actual serenity and insight are good qualities in the mind stream of someone who has attained them through meditation. So all the good qualities of the Mahayana and Hinayana do not result from them. However, concentrations which at least involve one-pointedness on a virtuous object are classified with serenity. Virtuous cognitions that distinguish an ultimate or conventional object are classified with insight. This is what the sutra means in stating that all virtuous qualities of the three vehicles result from serenity and insight. So there is no contradiction. So with the same purport, the sutra cultivating faith in the Mahayana. Child of good lineage, this list should inform you that faith in the Mahayana of the Bodhisattvas, and indeed everything resulting from the Mahayana, comes from accurately reflecting on facts and meanings with an undistracted mind. An undistracted mind is mental one-pointedness, the serenity aspect. While accurate reflection on facts and meanings refers to discerning wisdom, the insight aspect. Thus, you must achieve all good qualities of the two vehicles through both. 1, sustained analysis with discerning wisdom, and 2, one-pointed focus on the object of meditation. You do not achieve them through one-sided practice of either analytical meditation or stabilizing meditation. There has to be a union between the two of single-pointed and of analytical and stabilizing, or single-pointed and analysis. There has to be both of them Just one alone will not allow you to achieve the goal. So then the Sutra Unraveling the Intended Meaning states again, once people have cultivated insight and serenity, they are free from the bondage of dysfunctional tendencies and from the bondage of signs. So there are the various wisdoms that one achieves through this calm abiding and so forth, the wisdom realizing the conventional, and then the wisdom realizing the ultimate. So these are all realized through these wisdoms that are necessary in order to achieve the final goal of Buddhahood. Digsung Rinpoche. Sheson de la ne ngien len
ne ngale de gazo ne ngale karja gursana tang asu denzin tang ne mata bala taban ze lo na lo she gi jabi pa cha del ne ngale chingwa yin sare lo she ji jabi ane pa cha del ne ngale ji chingwa le ja ures tela ne ngale ne yujen shin ji lo kone kondos yujen shin ji lo so lo she marba lo she kone kondo jebe ne ba san ju la na nga su san ju lo she ge ba cha ma ja ro odel ne ngale chingwa le ures san ju la ne be ba cha ta chema ne yujen shin ji lo la ngabra shin ba nga shin jungwa 바차 단내가네 지내가네 지 유진 신실 공나 공도 세주를 내비 바차 체만네 유진 신실을 넘어바신 바 화신 중화 바차 제 유진 로실라 네 넘어바신 비 하마다 심하게 시바도서 잡이 바차던 질로 어디 그래서다.
Okay. So the Dixon. Okay, so here, dysfunctional tendencies refers to latent propensities in your mind stream which can produce increasing degrees of misconception. Signs refers to ongoing attachments to erroneous objects which foster these propensities. So here, these are the incorrect, mistaken views that lead to the grasping that we all have. This dysfunctional tendencies comes from these previous familiarizations that leave imprints within our continuum that then give rise to these tendencies that we have that are dysfunctional because they come from a mistaken way. They come through improper mental conduct, thinking about things and putting values on them that they don't have. So it says producing increasing degrees of misconception. Signs refers to ongoing attachment to erroneous objects which foster these propensities. So just as a translator's notes, so you see a car that you like, and then in your mind you say, this is the best car that there ever was, this is the nicest one, there's never been a car like this, and then you put all of these qualities on it. And this is the improper mental conduct, then that leads you to grasp that this car is having some solid quality of being the best there ever was, etc. When that is just something that you are coming up with your mind and then throwing on top of the object, putting this kind of quality on it. So that's what it means. So we have familiarized ourselves with this incorrect way. We've familiarized ourselves since beginningless time with these mistaken views, and when they rise up, then they put qualities on things that they don't have. Digsung Rinpoche. So if we have these imprints of mistaken views, special insight is what abandons those mistaken views or serves as an antidote to those mistaken views, as an abandoner. Diksum.
바자 나시 고네 고도야 페와데 네
So
셔마시네지 와 시시명아 시도스
Desoadang Lama Hlatongi Ponla
내가 청한데 로직 바자데 사동 봉그레스
Leso.
셔마시네지 봉와스 다 내가 가서 그래 주마셔 지자베 바자데 네 시내가 봉수 손도 시시명아도 명아도 시도 달라시라기 타니 답이 편이지 실하게 타니 마다장 된다이 상대지 상대다 싫어지 편 손바 타 나장 근데니 편도 싶어서 오사 상대다
Leso.
상대다 싫어게 편 손바 나장 근데니 신에도 하도 편도 싶어서 오스 편 집어냈다 이봐 뻔나 신동불라 영가단 담마다 마두다 저부 타이바시 외장 대다 간라 뒤 내내 자와임에 담매고 추인의 진아 들는 저부 와래 네 라이가 뭐 요아래 요르다 참마마 뒤나 자왈 뒤는 거로스 어떤다 버려서 되잖아 뒤비 내내 자와임바 따라 제바 지중기 땡한테 타이바시 가자바 탄제 장스 가도 뒤비 내 담반에 신나들라도 대제 때문에 외대 참말로 만두야게 내 신내들 하동 되는 그랬어. 신내들 하동 이데 원래래 얘도 나다 상주 선바 나다 대신 시바 대신 시바 나지 대가는 나바 토마테 가이 마다다 탄지 신내다 하도기 되버리바샤오 셰송소스 다 대바체중에 내가 참말로 신내다 하동거 되바 손바도 들고 그래스 셰송소스
Okay. Ratna Kara Santi's Instructions for the Perfection of Wisdom says that insight eliminates the former, while serenity eliminates the latter. So the serenity and insight work together in union to get rid of these negative misconceptions. So it says, latent propensities in your mind which can produce increasing degrees of misconceptions, signs refers to the ongoing attachments to erroneous objects which foster these propensities. So these two are negated by serenity and insight. These are the benefits attributed to serenity and insight. But even when the terms serenity and insight are not used, there are similar statements about the benefits of meditative stabilization and wisdom. Realize that such statements describe the benefits of serenity and insight. And then number 2, how serenity and insight include all states of meditative concentration. The branches, leaves, flowers, and fruits of a tree are limitless, yet the core point at which they all come together is the root. As in this example, serenity and insight are the sublime core at which gathers all the Buddha says about the limitless states of meditative concentration in Mahayana and Hinayana. The sutra unraveling the intended meaning states, Know that serenity and insight include all of the many aspects of the states of meditative concentration, which I have taught for Shravakas, Bodhisattvas, and Tathagatas. Which I have taught for. Here's that quote. Ngait Sampa Dig Sung, She Sung.
Goni Tamales, Tela Junden de Jishan, Chu Semba Naji, Tengen the Tateba, Semeba Patamaba La Suba, Nendos in Jans, Sheneta, Latum, Sheneta Latum Niji, Tengen the La, Chaunas, and Yedem Momusung, Sheneta Latum Yedena, Duduares. Sheneta Latum Sodo, Jubi, Sheneta Latum Sodo Jubi, Sodo Jubi Lantani, and Juba Shawoza, Shelas on little song in Sonata, Sheneta Latum, Logi could Sheneta Latum Niga, or the Lesonat, Yumobachi Jibal Nero Rota. To Logigo, Tunila maybe. Latung de Shene Logi Cote Jonsona, Tene, Yamo da Shi de Wabungage, never the Leon was at it. Shena the Latung Soto, De Sonton de Jubi Lantani, Jobashawos, Shelas on Neglant to Jogins, Sheba dance, Ore Babale, anything and thing, Tanji du Sheres. Shenna the Latin with things that Tanji do. Nanjuba Tanji, two Tanji do. Never Sheneta, Laton Tembashawa in the Sheson Batarosa. That teaching they make what the long go there. So Shenna the Laton you going to arrest. What the college, you know?
Lesser. Just true chicken disco. Gondrele. The Rinpoche, not true. The Ganjele, the Nge Nyentu Nandan, Shanchu Semba Nandan, Dejin Shepa Nangi, Garshane Dejin Shepa the Sanjay yin. Then Garshane the Kon Sanjay tree. The Jutsen Garshane Nge the Sanjay tree, Nyentu tree, Shanchu Semba tree, Garshane Sanjay tree. Chicken Gugumare.
I Sanjay Sanjay Mayimba Yedra, Saman Yedra, the Gangalo Shenet Latung Devores, the Lady Mara, Shenet Latung Sundo, Dola Jubi Lantani, Juba Shao.
Okay, the Chishin Inji Cake Kensa. Okay, Dixum. All right, so. So I had asked Rinpoche the question, going back to, so I'm going to read B. How serenity and insight include all states of meditative concentration. The branches, leaves, flowers, and fruits of a tree are limitless, yet the core point at which they all come together is the root. As is the example, serenity and insight are the sublime core at which gathers all the Buddha says about the limitless states of meditative concentration in Mahayana and Hinayana. The sutra unraveling the intended meaning states, know that serenity and insight include all of the many aspects of the states of meditative concentration, which I have taught for Shravakas, Bodhisattvas, and Tathagatas. Here, this word taught for, I question, because why would a Buddha, one thus gone, and a Tathagata is already a Buddha, so the Buddha wouldn't need a teaching. So the way that it should read is, I have taught these that, basically that these types of beings have, the serenity and insight, the many aspects of meditative concentration that the taught for, but more like taught about, or you know what I mean, taught about Shravakas, Bodhisattvas, and Tathagatas. So I'm sorry, I know that's just a very tiny note, but it was bothering me why he's giving advice to a Buddha, and it's really talking about those various types of concentrations that these beings have, and it's saying that serenity and insight include all of this. Okay. Therefore, since those who are intent on attaining meditative concentration cannot comprehend a limitless number of distinct forms, they should know well and always rely on the techniques for sustaining serenity and insight, the synthesis of all concentrations. Kamala Shila's third stages of meditation says, although the Bhagavan therein presented distinct bodhisattva concentrations beyond the number or measure, serenity and insight cover all of them. Therefore, we will discuss just the path which unites serenity and insight. And as stated in Kamalashila's second stages of meditation, since those two include all states of meditative concentration, all yogis should at all times definitely rely upon serenity and insight. Then the Sumba Lepsum. Sumbalan Shinegi Moni. Bless up.
That's in a good shows and Gondeles. The Jibu Emperor do the Jibu Emperor do the Nado Yanda Jana Jane Cheddar Labor Sambi Chutada Ni Ila Chagins Takanda Tingas Gonsana Tingas Mibad Nanjuba Dundu Chuba Rose. Shene gunga kurun deba res, hala mene gunga deba yona, digre, tonye le mene gunga deba yona digre, karel mene gunga che yomaris, shene ga meba de, nenju ba dundu juba ros, tel hala mene gunga yina, ane hala, ode meba de haja na tel, sen tsiji do, hala san dan, jenda san ma dan wachi, odane jan tene ko sen, ten do shagozare. Tengan ten do dule tena le changeance que Jules Chongre ne tengan tem do dule ne su zobo gil long sabat long sabat
long sen long kang
long yende long
lo chejan
o de le changeance res
sen chejan
le régi
okay
régi chabas le régi yinson ere
allez
le régi chabas wadana gon tembre on deux ane wade saint dans le sil longe le on deux ne le debe on ça le debe tabje ane saint chibijan
lasso
le saint chance
lasso
ya
allez okay
juchazo ila jedo te shujin tala la mondo Never tell le chien de jamba danse, l'on s'abat les res, de chibin res, saint chien de jamba, quand il va tenir, chene, chez Jade, de Tana, change Saint-Bi, n'ayons soit j'ai pas yéno, chez son bataros, dit un son de la tunique. Never Sheba Pombola Zobi, Tunakaya Romanshi, you to Shene, Tella maybe Najuba Jundujubas, Shenega Mebas, Shenego de Bares, or the Swan de Meba de Saint Gendo, Maimba, Lagunga in a Lala Zejid Menagon. ane de jenda ndaburo da. Chenrezig juncha so meba tala tabe sen meba la rangi ngagi nende le sen shindo jamba ka le sen jondu le gabe yongorji tene sen shinya jul jondu sen jibo ngozare gadi jebe na tengazi de shene sunjo des tengazi de shene de shene shene chaba jin shene ko rayula be men ndu ju tengazi de shene ke senyi is jode dene shanchu dene semeba le mewa nado zon san le cheba jujes le je saint jean de ngolo semeba ziji nebi da ji jiwan res jiwa juje ngabi de kona ni ngwaso konto chibala ma de sos tenga de gombe ta je wa de le je saint jean de jiwan ma do 돈이 또 받는 거 말해서 코드 주발만 돼서 갈래주나
롱 강가 딕딕선 딕롱 강가 로선 예노
메투소스
메투소 Medusa. Okay. Latangingo. Alright, these okay, so number 3, the nature, or C in the English, the nature of serenity and insight. As to the nature of serenity, it is stated in the Sutra Unraveling the Intended Meaning. While you dwell in solitude and properly direct your attention inward, you attend to just those topics upon which you have carefully reflected. Your attention is mentally engaged by continuously attending inwardly. The state of mind wherein you do this and stay this way often, in which both physical and mental pliancy arise, is called serenity. So this means that you take as an object of meditation any appropriate object, such as the 5 aggregates, having determined that it is a topic in the 12 branches of Scripture. With undistracted mindfulness and vigilance, you focus your attention on the object and fix it. Can't see. Focus your attention. Where are we? On this object and fix it to the object continuously, so that your mind stabilizes of its own accord on the object of meditation. When you produce the delight and bliss of physical and mental pliancy, then your state of meditative concentration becomes serenity. This comes about through just sustaining your attention inwardly without distractions from the object of meditation. It is not contingent upon understanding the reality of the thing. So here we are taking an object at our choice, and it says here, having determined that it is a topic in the 12 branches of Scripture. So whether you choose emptiness or you choose a deity, for instance, as your object of observation, when you're practicing this type of fixed meditation, you utilize the same object of observation every time. If you're trying to gain calm abiding, single-pointed concentration, it's necessary for you to continuously focus on the same object of observation. So that's the important part. In picking it, you can pick whichever. You can achieve this serenity through, or this calm abiding, through really any object. But picking virtuous objects, according to Buddhism, have more depth and based on reasoning. So here, if we say, what is the definition of serenity? Here it says, as to the nature of serenity. So this is then explaining your attention is mentally engaged by continuously attending inward. The state of mind wherein you do this and stay this way often causes a physical and mental pliancy to occur. Because when you stay in this meditative the state of meditative concentration, it changes the winds within your body. So the changing of the winds cause this physical pliancy to take place, and then the changing of the winds cause a mental pliancy to take place, or a loosening with the changing of the winds that go through. That's it. Let me just make sure. So the key is one topic at a time when we look at what serenity is, or a single-pointed concentration. It's one topic at a time. You're not thinking of another topic, and during the moments, each moment, you're focused on the same thing and that one thing only. Let's see, where did I read to? And it says it's not contingent upon understanding the reality of the thing. So you don't you don't even necessarily need to know the meaning of the object of observation. You're just using it as an image to gain a concentration with. And that's why translators noted said you can gain it by using a stick, meditating on a stick. You can gain a single-pointed concentration, but you won't get the same benefits and virtue and familiarization with objects of virtue that you would utilizing a deity or utilizing other objects of virtue, emptiness, and so forth. As to the nature of insight, so here, what is the definition of insights? The sutra says, after you have attained mental pliancy and physical pliancy, you stay therein and eliminate other mental aspects. You then regard inwardly and with discernment the mental image, which is the domain of the meditative concentration on the topics upon which you have reflected. With relation to the images that are domain of such concentration, any differentiation of the meaning of these topics, or full differentiation, thorough examination through analysis, forbearance, wish, any differentiation of the meaning of these topics, or full differentiation, thorough examination, thorough analysis, forbearance, wish, differentiation of particulars, view, or thought is called insight. This is a bodhisattva skilled in insight. Diksang Rinpoche.
Le chien de jamba dans saint chien de jamba tournes sadon to le saint chien to gores to go chien to ne sadon loro ne le chien de jamba saint chien de jamba tourne tenir la nedes le saint chien la nede saint jenaba ones saint jenaba bonsna chien go so machiba chin jogoro Jeba Shiva Maro, what the bone and Jeba Shingures, Cheta Sambi, Chuda Ni Nado, Tinganzi Shu, Zunia to Susutuba, Susutuba's Jeba Shiva, Susutuba Shiva, Mabashi was Shenekos that said them to Shenekos Sadu to do Jeba Shiva Maro. 다 전에 토네 라동 중원데 네 제공 잡아 많이 봐 제공 잡아 고 자네 되네 제바시 그랬어 매바 유들 제바시 그랬어 제가지 수준연스나 라르지 공바이나 저기 라데 많이 봐 저글로데 많이 봐롤 하다부 나오대 아주로 어들 하이소냐 띵한지 지소냐스 어디서 말해 사공바이나 벽을 하대 많이 봐 저절로도 많이 봐 사나왔다 사나왔다 하이소냐 띵한지 지소냐서 어디서래 저까지 바로 제가 삼비 최대다 나도 띵한지 지소냐스 사인화 산다분 나오대야죠. 어들 존예서 인자래 수수도 버시 수수 또 버릇이 나바시도 어떨 때지는 공고래서 대대로 띵한지 주시 존예 다달라 띵한지 존예 다달라 라상와 다달라 시제이 나반제바다 저도 나버른제바다 용수 또바다 용수 쩨바다 저바다 너바다 시란제바다 따와다 나버르또바 가이마 다네 사동이 돼서 다 제바실로 담아는 뭐여지로 어떤 질 송대서 저바다 시다 제바다 따와다 나바도바 가이바다네 사동 시샤데 라동서 그래서 라동 신내진 안에 아이로 소소도 비시러 사동의 생이 어디 바신도 받으자요로 신내 예배 투네 누일로 소주 비시러 사동자고 그래서 다보 다나 샤주 선바 사동라 개발이는 샤주서 사동 개발해서 개발에는 세송바 따르 donde 사동 수두비 싫어라 회사 매버스 사동도 어디 수두비 싫어라 수두비 싫어 많이 쓰니 회사요 말했어.
That's it.
매버 신도 세와 내 돈에 자기가 하상게 네 도이 메시 심해네 감비 두리 시 차데서 하상고데 띵가도 군들 가가이 가서 살제마다 봐 근데 공사바들 띵가도 공부서 그러마도지 제바신나더네 공어를 말해서 그러다 나 하상고데 너 통이로 너도 소지가 아예면서 감바도 도지 당고 알았어. 돈데 돈도 아예 메시 심해네 감비 제시다서 돈도 이나드는 그 하상을 떠는 거로 되네 또봐 강이다지 천세도 존에 수도 비시러 또대 제야 일어나지봐 하장도 제대로다 사메 공부한 되바나 제야 일어나지봐도 돈이 공부해서
맞아.
군대바도 요래서 마템비 다시해봐 오자 너도 마템바이서 너도 감배 올리든 제버레스 런디 제주 정원에 신도 모아놓고 하상그 제너시랑 몸부레스다 신도 모아놓고 들라 나버는 제반에 전예지 제바오 나반 제바서 제바시발로 고그레스 저도 나반 제반에 저다완지 저도 나반 제바서야 돼 돈이 제바시 돈을 제바시바들라 저도 나반 제바스 싫어 dembai shiro de dembi iji tuba dang jebe saman zemba ne yonsu tuba lu gogres tanda tul jermisi sebu duwa damba jermisi sebu mena wada tusu kwaa kaba duwa yaa dabar tubi tsene yaa dabar tubi tsene yonsu jeba yinba paba tome chi deza 야 다바 또봐. 다바 또 비체. 다바 또 비체. 돈이 또 비체 이제로.
That's
다바 또 비체. 요소 쮸바 임바. 요소 쮸바를 고고 그래서 쮸바 바바 투명 송도스.
the Mambo Rinpoche. That's good.
갈래주나.
Okay, so we finished the. I just want to make sure we're not missing anything. Rinpoche is rereading things, so. Okay, so then we move to the definition of insight. So we can look at the Parshin, the perfection, general meaning of perfection in Panchen Sunandrapa's works, where we find definitions or qualifications of getting special insight. And it's necessary first to have calm abiding, have achieved that in order to achieve special insight. So meditative serenity has to be achieved first, and then from that the analysis can be transformed into special insight. But there first has to be this calm abiding present. So it says, here, let's see the third stage. The Tseni, Latongi Tseni Rinpoche.
Ladong Tseni, Chenrezig on the Sosu Shero, Ladong Tseni Yuzon. Chenet to Sabaje, then Chenet to Sadu, the Jibashebi, Sherojilla, Ladong Sagres.
So special insight is defined as that which is achieved when first having calm abiding and then uniting wisdom with that calm abiding. Something to that effect. I thought that it was just right here, but it doesn't seem to be. So anyway, give me 1 second. I know it's here. Okay, etymologically, special insight means sight that of, hold on. Sight exceeding that of calm abiding because a clarity is afforded through analysis. Different from the non-analysis during calm abiding, the arising of clarity upon repeated thought and analysis with regard to either a true or false object and a fact of dependent arising, for example. So it's once this mental and physical pliancy is achieved through this calm abiding, then uniting it with discerning wisdom. So it says, the same sutra says, after you have attained mental pliancy and physical pliancy, you stay therein and eliminate other mental aspects. You then regard inwardly and with discernment the mental image, which is the domain of the meditative concentration on the topics upon which you have reflected. With the relation to the images that are domain to such concentration, any differentiation of the meaning of these topics, or full differentiation through examination, thorough analysis, forbearance, wish, differentiation of particulars, view, or thought is called insight. Thus is a bodhisattva skilled in insight. And then it is said that the master Hashan, having seen this sutra's very clear and undeniable explanation that insight is discerning wisdom, exclaimed, "I do not know how this can be a sutra," and kicked it. He did this because the sutra statement did not agree with his claim that since all conceptualization of any sort involves an apprehension of signs, you should dispense with discerning wisdom and meditate on the profound meaning by not bringing anything into your mind. This approach has a great number of adherents. So this idea of emptying the mind of all thought was the teaching of Master Hashan, and that any conceptual thought that could come up or arise was negative because it was based on signs. There was something coming up that was conceptual. So anything conceptual coming up in your mind was to be negated. So the idea that Hashan propagated was just the emptying of one's mind, and then by emptying your mind and getting to this place of complete emptying of your mind, you would then somehow be relieved of suffering, or you'd be able to be free, liberated. So that view has been negated by many scholars, and particularly in the great debate with Kamala Shila. Let me make sure. Nye Tsampa Kanga Hashan. So Hashan had so many students and had many followers, Rinpoche is saying. His view is easy, so many people like easy things. Just empty your mind. So people like that. He'd say, this is emptiness. This is emptiness meditation. You just empty your mind. You don't think. So that's emptiness. So people like that because all of the other teachings on emptiness are very difficult and accurate. But he said, you just empty your mind and this is emptiness. Less so.
나버는 제반네 진예바 제바고 건주 내발 제바 제바들라 안에 진예반 제바스 그래서 라도 나반 제바네 제다와 돈일 제바 제바들라 라도 나바 제바스
Tambo Gunzu Demba Nipa Dundan Demba?
어디서
Okay.
싫어는 dembe 이제 또 받나 제베 참만 제비체 용수 또 받나스 참만 제비체 용수 또 받스 싫어는 dembe 이제 또 받나 제베 참만 제바스 아니 주가를 산다나 나 코로가 나바는 줄을 샤거로 들 참만 제바스 말봐 어들래 참만 제비체 천에 용수 또 봤는데 어떨 거거래스 야 답을 또 봤네 야 답을 또 비체 전에 용수 줘봐야 봐 봐봐 두면 치도스 야 답을 또 비체 돈이 또 비체 이제로 전에 용수 줘봐야 봐 봐봐 두면 치도 시대 또반네 정화 또반이라 저반네 시바 또든 저반 진진이스 또바스나 라유라 세빈주빈 라유라 시비 나빈주바스 당아서 율 시차보지 산타하죠로 어들 또바서서 또바 네 저반네 시바 아니 저번에 어디 시바 제바 아니 배다버 시바들라 네 저번에 시바 저바오 참만제반에 대지 많이지 유지 peri지 보고자 참만제바서도 참만제반 대질 고요 말해스 유지 peri지 봐 단데 메렌데 하레스 어떤 제는 산타바들라 peri지 봐스 다다나 제다 제니 제바르라 용수 또바다 제바니니 요도사 또바다 제바 제다를 제바도 또바 제네바를 제바도 또바 니니 고고레스 제다와 제사버진 제바셰바 라라젠 제바셰바 대나 제네발에 라바이로 저도 원래도 템바르 원래도 템바 바바 건주 텔레자 신내는 센스지 보고스 신내는 센스지 라도네 한다 보소도 보고스 신내도 센스지 봐 신장 쳐바지 세부 라일라 비면론도 땡한데 신내 라도네 여다바 소소도 보고 신내증은 소소 싫어 라동 체니 시서와 송소스 지전 장배장 도대전래 최지민은 농방인데 신내랑도 시바샤 라동라네 나바줘봐 시저도 시에당스 야다 네바 때는 야다 네바 라데네 셀라센 조주다 그러 나반지비시르 신나던 라동인스 대다마데 공장대고 시야다비 띵엔젤라 때네 요바 신내다 그러도 나반지발 싫어라 라동 tambo dengan zin tene shero drebdamore tambo shene den la doni ngeba goba lame ma tu ba donga tu da chenmo kang lo la ya da chambo da ge bos shene joje ne la ton de drebres te mocho de jagures lame lo la 네, 신의 다도 제샤 투바죠 아레스. 나바고바 라메 마투바 노아 조다 강게 로라야. 저 첨부다게 지보스. 저도 나반지비 싫어 라동. 라동송데 돈데 데 송비 공바 제다와진도 제이 드디 젠도 장와 모로 제도스 어디서 그건 뒤에 제다와지는 데바래 뒤에다 젠다 조조 말했어 샤주 선비 살리 상선이로 샤자 저도매비 뭐부터다 대장지 메발라 생각봐 되네 저거 타제다 저와다 세용소 이와 타제다 저희 뇌에 일어시베 메바 타제라 메나 메바나 나띵은 진지 참아나 띵은 진지 참아나라 생주바나 뒤든주 주반네 제발 유지도 쉐바 띵은지도 쉐비 반드네 셴네 제자오스 어디 셴네 구도 송와레서
틱사
어디 갈래주나
Okay. In the sutra passage, differentiation means distinguishing the diversity of conventional phenomena. Full differentiation means distinguishing their real ultimate nature. So this two-sided to all phenomena of their conventional existence and their ultimate mode of being or the ultimate existence. The Noble Asanga explains that thorough examination is when conceptual attention possessed of wisdom apprehends a sign. Thorough analysis means proper examination. Examination means rough examination. Analysis means detailed analysis. The apprehension of a sign does not here refer to a conception of true existence, but rather to distinguishing the exact particulars on an object. Accordingly, there is both examination and analysis of both, the real nature and the diversity of phenomena. And then in accordance with the Sutra Unraveling the Intended Meaning, the Cloud of Jewels Sutra also certainly says, serenity is one-pointed attention, insight is proper discernment. And also the Venerable Maitreya says in the Ornament for the Mahayana Sutras, know as the path of serenity, abbreviating the name of phenomena. Understand the path of insight to be analysis of its meanings. Based on a genuine stability, through directing your attention to your mind and through differentiating phenomena, there is meditative serenity and insight. This states that stabilization of your mind on the basis of a genuine concentration is serenity, and the wisdom that differentiates phenomena is insight. Since this comments to the same effect of what those sutras say, it is inappropriate to construe those sutra passages in some other sense. Then we have from Asanga's Shansa, the Bodhisattva Bhumi, Bodhisattva levels, with your mind definitely directed at one object of meditation, which is simply some inexpressible thing or its meaning, and attentive perception free from all elaboration and free from all mental distraction, takes up any object of meditation. Then meditative serenity exists from the point at which integral concentration stabilizes and focuses your attention on a sign, and for as long as it maintains a single extended flow and maintains concentration. What is insight? You bring to mind the signs of those very phenomena upon which you have reflected, using the same attention with which you cultivated serenity. Insight is anything from the point of either differentiation, or full differentiation of phenomenon, and for as long as skill and wisdom are operating extensively. Geshe Rinpoche, Lokang Losa.
Niche Chenmo Yila Sheje, Chenmo Yila Sheje, Jeba dan Rado, that Laton Sagando, Shineg, Miba de la Mine, Jeba Sheva Jelja Wures, Jeba Sheva. Jeba dan Rado and Jeba dan Chu Rado, Naban Jeba ne, Keba dan, Sheraji, Juba Kanyba. Then Laton Gonzales, Laton Sheshao, she Namanata, Timber Sunde, then and Dotan, Jesuniches, Dotan Jashabango Miniche, Gonde Jin, Tene, Hanchishelake, Gonzilla, Nabatemba Zedosa, Teban Dotan. Jashabango Bijula Tene, or then Shenel Latungi, or the Sebuzu, Desert Gorin Baba Lejan Shirujuila Nabayan Shene, said the order Shiruju, Mabel Halamina Gumbaina, Salijembe, Shiruju Yula Iwant, Shene, Nado. Mibala Rake Ngake Jobala Gawatan Shinto Jambatan Dembe Shines Yawan Shene Mibala Sechu Nebala Shine Mibala Junto Neba Rake Joba Ngake Joba Jobala Gawatan Shinto Jambatan Adu Mibala Junto Ranki Nakin Jubala Gawata Shinto Shambata Dembi Senyila Nebane Shineshi Shawusa Mibala Zechi Nebitena Zedila Shinela Ures Sheshawu Shinet Nila Nebi Tse Tekonani Nabara Juba Kanyaba Tena Latunus Shinet Tubaji, Shinet Tusadu, Tenet Uni Lamine, Chibajibaina, Laton res Laton. Imba Kanyabatan, Laton Inte, Shiba dance, Shijimenga Lejan, Tela Chine Yuba Jubatan, Chineba Yuba Jubatan, Kuzu Deman, Deman Shedgandua, Chetawa. Into Juban, number Nabamandu, Zuniento, Jubane, Shinej Miba Wosa. 다 군주라 메네 라라소라 메네 땡아주 공부이노 상화주로 사이소니 유제다 가다보로다 진제바 용소 진제바 줘봐 저다와진도 줘발라 또바다 제비 조니도 줘봐네 얘도 줘봐네 사동게 매버렸어 다 제바시 비비도 라도 사동게 매봐오 시제다와다 진제비 되라 뭐도봐 줘봐네 신에 당사 제다와 진제발라 지지도 줘봐들 신에라 그랬어 유드니라 고조도 니라 나버 줘봐네 라통 신에 도사도 줘봐들 라통라 그랬어 라통도 손데 고rel레장 조된데 뉴지 신에지 미발라 까자와 지데 너다데 나바마도 비즈니노 나바마도 비즈니노 신에 라통게 미발라 나바마도 조니네 신에 라통게 미발라사 다 신에 라통데가 취도다 라통 라통데가 취도 어디 조니데레스다 된자보 사공부리는 한다버진 한거로 어디서 이사래 가자봐 지고나 때 나바도바다 집에 조니노 나바도바다 집에 조니 도시 드니기 메발라 가자봐 니데 다다데 뭐부터다 그거 용수 좁아오서 뭐비 타다 신에들 하던 공부 그봐 용수 좁아오서 시송비 공부 이노 그래 뭐비 타라 제다 통르랑 제다 진이 얘가라 매바 예비셔서 다 공부들어 대신에 제다 돈이 공부다 공부되면 공부 네가 요하래스 매바 예비셔로 실라니 미주군에 수수 문제지 돈이 또비 신에다 신에장 유라 돈이 마두비 하동야 유도서 실라니데 신에들 하동이보다 미주군에 신에들 하동 작은 말이었어 매번들 매게데 신에래 늘 매게데 하동에서 어떤 자주에 말이었어 미주군에 수수 문제지 돈이 두비 신에 장 유라서 돈이 두비 신에 유아래 돈이 마두비 하동아 유아래서 유도 대시를 생시를 주일라 주바 신에 나도 매발라 내배나 신에서 어디 고아들에서 라바데 라동 라바데 체바도 통하유나 라동시샤오스 등한지 신에게 유통 통유 취당 돈이 라라메비 신에게 라통취당 라라메비 라동기 라통취를 먼저 잡아요. 세면서 잡아요. 라동도 세봐요. 신에 가서 마시봐요. 셰샤오 간다 생 모두 번내봐 모두 베제비 세샤 나면 봐 신에다 세샤에 나여봐 라동도 되봤네 riba mayi des. Ta kaji ki dewa shi kaya ngudwa. Kaan sen matubar neba. Secha yi nga meba di shine des. Secha lo nga ma dan meba di shine dan. Secha yi nga yoba di ladung yagin juyo jirwa. O de ja juyo mari zunre. Ladung deba ne riba mayi de. Jayu ka dan, jasa chi, ten juyo dan, tume chi zhung dan, gombi rinpa la su bi, zhung shine dan, ladung ki cheni jachir ten la meba na le jang, na le, sen meba la chichi bi, tengan zi shine dan, shirya yi dun ya daba, rado jiba jiba, shiro, ladung tu somba dan, geyi shirasa, o dindi jaba ina, bache shita su dan geyi nuku dugu sirada.
Lesa. Dine the chikshin the lo mambo.
Okay.
Dine the chua dan leja do.
O de yabudu.
Yabudu ngait san, but okay. Let me just go back. Just doing a lot of reading, so sign for that rather. Okay, I'm just going to, Rinpoche read this, so I'm going to read this. In that sutra passage, differentiation means distinguishing the diversity of conventional phenomena. Full differentiation means distinguishing their ultimate nature. The noblest Sangha explains that thorough examination is when conceptual attention possessed of wisdom apprehends a sign. Thorough analysis means proper examination. Examination means rough examination. Analysis means detailed analysis. The apprehension of a sign does not here refer to a conception of true existence, but rather to distinguishing the exact particulars of an object. Accordingly, there is both examination and analysis of both the real nature and the diversity of phenomena. In accord with the Sutra Unraveling Intended Meaning, the Cloud of Jewels Sutra also clearly states serenity is one-pointed attention. Insight is proper discernment. So one-pointed attention on an object of observation, and then the wisdom is recognizing that object of observation's emptiness, the lack of true establishment. So knowing its conventional nature through this single-pointed concentration, but you're not making any discernments about the object when you're concentrating on it singly. If we're looking at, for instance, a deity. But then when wisdom comes in, there is the discernment of the emptiness as well. Anyway, just as well. Also, the Venerable Maitreya says in the ornament for the Mahayana Sutras, know as the path of serenity, abbreviating the name of phenomena. Understand the path of insight to be analysis of its meanings. And based on a genuine stability through directing your attention to your mind and through differentiating phenomena, there is meditative serenity and insight. This states that stabilization of your mind on the basis genuine concentration is serenity, and the wisdom of differential phenomena is insight. So there's two divisions. Since this comments the same effect on which these sutras say, it is appropriate to construe the sutra passages in some other sense. And again, Sangha's Bodhisattva Bhumi's level says, with your mind definitely directed at an object of meditation, which is simply some inexpressible thing or its meaning, an attentive perception free from all elaboration and free of all mental distraction takes up any object of meditation. Then meditative serenity exists from the point at which internal concentration stabilizes. Focus your attention on a sign, and for as long as it maintains a single extended flow and maintains concentration. What is insight? You bring to mind the signs of this very phenomena upon which you have reflected, using the same attention with which you cultivated serenity. Insight is anything from the point of either differentiation, full differentiation, or full differentiation of phenomena, and for as long as skill and wisdom are operating extensively. This statement accords with those cited above, gives commentary to the same effect as the sutra and the text of the Venerable One. So it confirms the certainty of the foregoing identification of serenity and insight. Also, the second stages of meditation says, after you have quelled the distraction of external objects, you rest in a delighted and pliant mind, which naturally and continuously engages in internal objective meditation. This is called meditative serenity. While you remain in serenity, any analysis of that very object is called insight. Then we have Ratnakara Santi's instructions for the perfection of wisdom says, with regard to that, serenity's object of meditation is a non-discursive image of something which is either a case of the diversity of phenomena or which represents the true nature. Insight's object of meditation is a discursive image of something which is a case of the diversity of phenomena or which represents the real nature. This states that meditative serenity is non-discursive stabilization on something among either the diversity or the real nature of phenomena, and that insight is analysis of either of these two objects. This also is intended meaning of a passage in the sutra unraveling the intended meaning. O Bhagavan, how many objects does serenity have? The Buddha replied, one, namely a non-discursive image. How many objects does an insight have? Just one, a discursive image. How many objects of both are there? Two, namely the limits of existence and achievement of your purpose. Asanga's Compendium of Knowledge, the Abhidharma Samachaya, says that the limbs of existence refers to both the diversity and real nature of phenomena. So serenity and insight each take both ultimates and conventionalities as objects of meditation, just as Ratner Kasanti explained above. This meditative serenity and insight are not differentiated in terms of their respective objects of meditation, for this is meditative serenity that knows emptiness, and there is insight which does not know emptiness. Also, meditative serenity, zungye, is your mind quieting, zhi, movement toward external objects, and then abiding, ne, on an internal object of meditation. Insight, la tong, is superior, lapa, i.e., special seeing, tong. So we're going to stop there, Rinpoche said, and we'll have time for some questions. Rinpoche, we just wanted to get started into the second volume.
Rinpoche, my question is about bliss. I have experienced bliss in my practice. I'm curious about how you would describe the influence or the importance of bliss in practice, and also specifically what is meant by the phrase, the union of bliss and emptiness.
Okay. Rinpoche, the Dewa Chenmo, the Nijralana Mepi Ju, the Dewa Chenmo Yongudu, the Dewa Chenmo, the Tam Kon Segadu, Ngama Kon Gomja, Dewa Chenmo Lepson, Ngama Kon Gom. Then the Kongi Triwa, the Dewa Chenmo, the Garshene Pentogudu. Jut the
Dewa Chenmo,
Jepo.
Dewa the Sama Gabachiro. The whole Gabayoro.
Okay.
Dewa Yoba Sanjit Pentu Kayo Maris. Dewa Yoba Sanjit. Dewa de Tony to Gurus. Dewa de Tony Matuna, Dewa Zana Haleayo Maris. Dewa de Tony to Zuna, Dewa to Lashevro. The Tony to Bayina, Tony to Bishero Touch of China. Nyoma but she did Moya, Penduch waters.
The Ngama Kon the Dewa Chenmo Dang Dombani, the Dondagare, the Sansang, the Dewa Dechen Dang Toni, Garshine, the Nyamdu.
Chano Dewa de Shene Mone, Shene Julian Huna, Dewa de Yungres. Lucien Sentient, Dewa de Yungro. The Legina da Humaris.
Ale, they lud on Sen Shi Jiang Yun, then a Tombani San Lodang, then the Nyamdu.
Tombani Yandu Zando Shirea Juris.
Gangesina the Nyamdu, De Chen Dang Toni, Nyamdu. The Nijralana Mepi Ju, the Mumbo Yure, the Nyamdu. Dechen dang Domba ni Nyamdu.
다 대화디 대화데 돈이도 불러서 투나 안 베뉴바 쳐버렸어. 저도 아까를 가버렸어.
So this great bliss comes from the wisdom realizing emptiness. All beings like happiness. So everyone likes to have a feeling of happiness. So when you have this calm abiding occur, once the calm abiding occurs, there is this mental and physical pliancy that occurs. So when you have this mental and physical pliancy that occurs, and then you unite it with, so you have this calm abiding, and then you unite it with emptiness, so this union, then a great bliss occurs. And the greatest bliss occurs when you become a Buddha. So that is the ultimate bliss. So because there are these various stages of happiness that occur throughout the stages, one becomes attracted to that state of being because everyone likes to feel happiness, likes to feel good. But it's a byproduct of this extensive meditation where one gains single-pointed concentration and then gains a calm abiding, and then from that a calm abiding has a direct perception of emptiness. So the bliss that we're usually talking about when we're saying the union of bliss and emptiness is that seeing the emptiness directly and that from that state of pliancy, mental and physical pliancy. So when that kind of bliss is a very specific kind of bliss when we speak of that union of bliss and emptiness.
Thank you.
I had a question when you were speaking of, and I can't remember the exact wording you used, the false or beliefs.
Mistaken views?
Mistaken views. And removing those thoughts when you're trying the single-pointedness and you are creating an image to focus on. How does one, in the world of technology and the subliminal and subconscious assault with the advertising of this is the best car, this is the best I need. So there's such an overwhelming influx of all of that energy for the children and those coming up as we're trying to teach them the purity of love and spirituality and whatever the path is. How do we address that assault on the subconscious and subliminal levels?
Rinpoche, the Tengsang, the chaptra mambo yure, ngatsu lunyen mambo da, ngatsu lafon mambo yure, then the Nima Dakpar, the Salo mambo yong, gangin sene the Gomjap Kali Kabudu, gangin sene the lafon, the Dunda mambo yure, the lunyen mambo Dunda mambo yure, the chaptra kasakala yure, the yakshu, the mota yakshu, the ngulkang yakshu, chaptra kasakala yure. Then ngatsu gar sanlodang, gangin sena, the ngatsu sem nangla, the ganga yure, kanga yure. Then ngatsu san gari sanlodang, kandre nyamlen.
Dale susu sen susu rawaros. Then
the gatsu the mambo the chaptra mambo yongudu the mota yakshu, then the sanlo the mota yakshu yomar mota tombani, then gatsu the gari sanlo dan gari pentogudu, then gatsu tsampa nga the sheda the mota sheda gu, then gari sanlo dan
that and the donyin sandan to
yakshu.
Mota Nisandana and Mota Kuludum Mota Mare and Mota Gala and Mota Maro. The Tsubala doing the Motas Euro. What the Santa by Natunian Santan of Goddess. And Jukarta Santan, then Dabros. Sandrabusan Dana, the Denzil Nugres, Denzil Nosuna, Leda Numul Nugre, and Nasunda Kudungel Numures.
So first off, we, at the final sense, are in control of our mind. We are the ones who can listen or not listen. We are the ones who can think about virtuous things or not think about virtuous things. So we're in control there. No one's in control of us, like a ventriloquist or something. We can make take active steps to think about certain things. But when we see all of this advertising come, and we see this is the best car, this is the best gym, this is the best bank, and all of these qualities that are promoted about certain things, we look at their true nature, and it gives us an opportunity to think about emptiness. So we think about the lack of true establishment of that car. We think about establishing what is a car, and we think of everything that's not car, and we can say that it's just a collection of parts that come together that are named as car. So this collection of parts that serve as a basis of designation for car don't have any quality of best or not best. So they are merely parts coming together that then, through improper mental conduct, we decide that it is the most wonderful thing or it is the best thing, and then we become attached to it. So through meditating on emptiness, through understanding the true nature of phenomena, the true nature of all things, because all things have in common this one thing, that they are empty, we begin to understand that they don't have these qualities that make us to grasp at them. And then once the grasping at true establishment is gone, then the afflictions and the karma that the grasping causes are gone. And then the cyclic existence and suffering that the attachment and action causes is gone. So that's how we are in control of our own mind and our own decisions, and we make decisions to what we want to read or hear or not hear, and then we analyze those things that we see and look at them as in their true way, in their true nature, not as to what we're saying they are, but what they really are. All right, so maybe one more at the most. I just have to make sure that I'm right out at 11. So.
On one-pointed concentration, if I take a pencil and I sharpen the point and put that on a piece of paper, and I concentrate on that point, that's like a physical. My eyes are now directing towards that point, and then if I take the point inside and I close my eyes, the point is inside the point. But if I stay with that point, then emptiness. But emptiness is something different. It seems like it's
there's two things we're talking about.
Yeah, a state of mind. It's a state that mind comes into, I could concentrate on a point, and maybe the insight point, but to concentrate on emptiness, it's nothing there.
Well, there is, though, something there, and that's the point of emptiness. So there's two things, and I can ask Rinpoche too, but I need to be able to ask him, a specific question. There's two things here. There's single-pointed concentration, where you take any object. It could be the point of a pencil, it could be the pencil itself, could be a leaf, could be the Buddha, could be my fingertip. You take any object and you get your mind to focus on that object and that object alone. No qualities of that object. Nothing about that object except the appearance of it in your mind. You're not looking at it. You're looking at it to see what the thing is you're going to meditate on and getting an idea of what all these qualities are. But the meditation, the single-pointed, has nothing to do with eyesight. It has to do with the mind holding that object of observation and not wavering in one way or another from it. And you practice that. You do it over and over and over and over and over again till you get to the point where you can hold that pencil in your mind, not think about anything but the pencil for 4 hours straight. That's one of the signs that they say in texts that you know you've got this thing, is that for 4 hours you could sit and have no other thought than that pencil. That would be single-pointed concentration. Special insight deals with wisdom. What about that pencil? Why? That's where emptiness comes in. The special insight recognizes that that pencil is not truly established. It's absolutely there. It's not empty in the sense that it's not there. It doesn't disappear in emptiness. It's just apprehended properly with emptiness. It's understood that it's a collection of parts coming together that are just named, and there's not some solid pencil that exists there inherently. So there's two meditations you're talking about right now. So that being said, is there something specific you'd like to know about emptiness or the emptiness of a pencil? Or does that clarify it?
So what you're saying is that the one-pointedness on a pencil, or the point of the pencil, which gets
whatever it does. It can be anything.
And then analytically, you then come to with your mind saying that point is not there.
That point is not there the way I think it's there. It's definitely there. The point's 100% there.
But
You're misunderstanding emptiness if you think the point's not there.
But
It's
the
in
point-
between there and not there.
But the
Right
point-
in there. That's where it is.
But the point is empty.
That's fact.
But
that doesn't make it not there. That just means that it has qualities that you don't think it has.
okay, there's a little trick. It's tricky because
Absolutely.
you're saying that it's there and also saying it's not there.
We're never saying it's not there. Never saying it's not there.
Okay, so the
You're
point-
saying it's not there, but we're never saying it's not there.
So the point is there. But then there has to be something that takes place to saying that point then becomes empty.
That point's always been empty. It's
Okay.
always been empty. It's never becomes anything.
Okay.
You start to understand that it's empty, but it's always been empty.
Okay, the idea is how to recognize that as empty. Because
Analysis, by thinking about what emptiness is. Oh, why is it empty? What makes it empty? That's how you...
That's analytical.
Right.
But emptiness is a way of getting to emptiness is through analytical.
Correct. You can't
But
you can't understand emptiness without analytical meditation. Not possible. That's the negation of Hashan's view. Hashan believed you could, but you can't.
I still don't quite have it, but
I don't either,
understand
so
what
that's
you're
the good
saying,
news.
We only have the mind
Right.
that can deal with all this,
Right.
and we have words to connect. And I get it, but there has to be some kind of switch,
And
know,
your mind needs
may-
to switch. That's
may-
correct. From incorrectly viewing things to correctly viewing things.
Okay.
That's the switch that takes place. The object doesn't switch. Your mind switches from recognizing it wrong to recognizing it right. That's the switch. And that occurs from analyzing why it is or isn't over and over again. And it's not simple. That's why a Geshe degree takes 30 years, 7 days a week, 15 hours a day of study. Not because it's simple, because it's very difficult. Nagarjuna wrote volumes and volumes. Chandrakirti wrote volumes and volumes. Look at all these volumes. They weren't written because it was something easy to understand. They were written because it's the most complex material that we could ever try to understand. We've misapprehended since beginningless time something. We're not going to be able to just fix it overnight because we've looked at all of this in the wrong way forever. We've always looked at it wrong. So now we're like being told to like, walk around naked basically.
Okay.
And it's not comfortable because we've always done it another way. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Cool.
So I guess the question would be how to go from one point to emptiness.
One pointed to analysis, you mean?
Well, to the state of emptiness. From one point.
To seeing emptiness directly, because you have single-pointed concentration while you're seeing emptiness directly. Absolutely, you're seeing only emptiness directly. So you wouldn't go from one to the other. You would be in the one while experiencing the other. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm thinking of one point as a physical thing.
We're on the pencil again? Can we just say
and
pencil instead of point of the pencil, because it gets confusing with single-pointed and point.
Okay, I did the point because the pencil brings up a lot of different connotations and meanings.
Okay, so the point of a pencil. Okay. Can we call it point of a pencil?
Yeah.
Okay.
Point of a pencil.
Okay.
And then coming into emptiness. But I understand I just wanted to know I just wanted to put the question out. The point of a pencil.
Okay, they call the shine, the pudding yure. The pudding the tsanlodan, dingen zi tsanlodan, pudding de tsanlodan. Then a shine le, then a tingen zi le, then sanlo de kuna, the pudding the tsanlo kuna. Kandre tingen zi, then a the tomba ni tsanlodan. Kandre, gari dro. Jegon jugon kandre. Tambo jugon, then a jegon, then a jugon, the chikshana de selpo shagare. Triwa ni the selpo yomare Rinpoche.
Tambo jegon, then jegon jegoras.
Tambo jegon, salo jugon. Then a? So the order in which it would happen is that you would first get single-pointed concentration, and then from that single-pointed concentration, you would then achieve engage in analysis, and then after you've solid that analysis, you would unite the two, and then your object of analysis would then be focused singly. So you achieve this single-pointed concentration and then analysis, and then you unite the two. Because here it said you couldn't achieve special insight without calm abiding. So you first achieve that, and then you've stabilized your mind, and then you can work with the analysis. That's how you would achieve special insight.
Thank you.
Okay, concluding mandala offering and dedication prayer. The fundamental ground is scented with incense and strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, the four continents, the sun, and the moon. I imagine this as a Buddha land and offer it. May all sentient beings enjoy this pure realm. I dedicate whatever virtues I have collected for the benefit of the teachings and of all sentient beings, and in particular for the essential teachings of Venerable Losang Drakpa to shine forever. I send forth this jeweled mandala to you, precious Guru. I dedicate all this virtue to emulate the knowledge of the hero Manjushri and likewise Samantabhadra as well, with whatever dedication is praised as supreme by all the conquerors who traverse the three times. I also dedicate all my roots of virtue for the sake of auspicious deeds. In that pure land surrounded by snowy mountains, you are the source of all benefit and happiness. All-powerful Avalokiteshvara Tenzin Gyatso, may you stay until samsara's end. I pray for the long life of the precious Khensur Wandak, upholder of scriptural and realizational doctrines, spiritual friend who trained extensively in the 5 great philosophical texts with exceptional wisdom and perseverance. Geshe Rinpoche Gutsi Shapi Denonang, to Lamrim Chenmo Kanga Chiranang.